I personally know hundreds, if not thousands, of second generation, third generation, fourth generation lawyers. You will have never heard of them, and you will never hear about them, simply because they are doing very bad, or in a very, like, they have a very mediocre practice. There are judges of high courts and the Supreme Court whose offspring are completely unknown. You will have chief justices of high courts and Supreme Court whose children, there are some of them, of course, you will know about them. Justice Chandrachud is a great example. He's got a son right now, and he's also splashing all over LinkedIn, social media, not because of the fact that his father is the Supreme Court judge, but because of the fact that he's got an education abroad and he wrote a fantastic book, a lot of these other things. But even if for a second you were to assume that no, this fellow is doing well or is well known because of the fact that he has a father or a grandfather who's a judge or a lawyer. Think about all those other judges whose sons and daughters and grandsons and granddaughters you don't know about. What about those? A lot of them did not even enter the practice of law. But you can't exclude them because you say that, oh, they're not part of the profession, that's why they don't count. Think about the reasons for not joining the profession despite them having that background in law. The reason why is, at the very foundation level, no matter what privilege you come from, the blood, the sweat, the toil, you still have to go through anyways. And a lot of them choose to have a much more comfortable life, go do something which is much more nice, comfortable, maybe do a business, maybe manage papa ki properties, anything like that. And a lot of them I know who have studied law for 5 years or 3 years for that matter, and who choose not to go into any practice of law. Forget about advocacy or corporate law, no practice of law. And they again choose to go into business or anything else for that matter, because of the fact that they understand no matter what privilege they come from, no matter how far they can go ahead in the profession, because of their background, they still will have to work very, very hard. That goes without saying. Now you can either choose to look at these people who are doing well, who have a background, and say, yaar, ye to matlab aage hai, I'll never be able to catch up. Or you can think that, all right, this person is maybe 2 steps ahead of me, but we're not in the same game anyways. For a Singhvi or a Sibbal or any of these other people, the next generation, for them, their goal is to get to a practice where they are making perhaps 100 or 200 crore rupees a year. Who among you says that, if it's not that big a goal, if it's not 100, 200 crores, my life is worthless, I should die instead. Maybe you could get to that level. But to begin with right now, you could perhaps consider setting a goal for 5 crores a year or 10 crores a year. Whatever you think you're comfortable with.